Here's a quick garden update. It's kind of just sitting. The corn is done. I haven't done anything with anything. My dog kind of came in here and destroyed the heart and soul of the pumpkins, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which isn't very many. I ended up getting no watermelon from this area because the pumpkins took everything over. It is still growing, but I mean, it's getting so late that it probably is not going to produce anything else. Unless there's something in here, which I highly doubt, but it still wants to keep going. The cannas. Oh, look at these. The old German. Let's see if I can get in here. Tomatoes are in there. They're not like a stripe, but they kind of remind me of a Mr. Stripey a little bit. Some beefsteaks. And the mystery plant, I still don't really know what it is. I think it might have been a triple crop. One of the varieties. This is the tasty pink beefsteak, which I have been really impressed with these. I really like these tomatoes. Very meaty. I thought they were really good for canning, but like I said, I ran out of jars, so I don't know. And then I have all these peppers. I mean, there's just tons. I got some red jalapenos on there, the pepperoncinis, and then more pepperoncinis. I don't think I'll be growing them again. I guess we'll see. This is Anaheim. It's loaded with Anaheims. They're still one of my favorite. I will always grow them. And then I got a bell pepper turning yellow. My orange cayennes are in there. They are dark green at first. Okay, it's a pretty tall plant, actually. And then they eventually turn orange, so I'm gonna dry some of them. I'd like to and get some cayenne powder made. Really nice red pepper. Look at these really nice sized green peppers here. That thing is, it's huge. So is that red one. These, I believe, are the big red variety that I got from Totally Tomatoes. It was a free seed packet. The Romas. This Martino's I think it was, is really a nice plant. It's huge compared to the other Romas that I've grown from local greenhouses. I did replant some of this cauliflower, and it's still getting eaten up. And then all the dill reseeded. Like, really bad reseeded. The tomatillo. One plant died, the other one's here, but it's not doing anything. I really have to pull that. I did get a couple Prudence purple, but as you can see, the plant is just, there ain't much left of it. There isn't much left of it, I'm sorry. I sound very uneducated. So I only got a couple tomatoes on that this year. Stupus, I think, we're getting a lot of moisture and dew and fog at night, so I'm thinking it's just starting to get some disease on these plants, and they're dying pretty fast, which, like I said, is good because I ran out of jars and time. So next year my garden's going to be scaled back quite a bit. Oh wow, look at this zinnia. Woo, what a beauty. See if I can get a picture. Another one. They're huge too. Let's see. Hand comparison. That's probably a better way to show it. Very pretty. Corn is dead. More bell peppers. I've already picked 7 gallons of bell peppers, and they were all red. Paul Robeson. I think I am probably going to grow that every year just for eating tomato. They're really good. Those are supposed to be some type of a beefsteak. They're very small tomatoes. Very odd looking. And the mortgage lifter of the plant looks like it's coming back. Great. This is a pepper plant. Look how tall that is compared to my tomatoes. It's very tall. These are supposed to be the big reds. Here is a yellow cayenne. It fell down a long time ago during one of our storms, but I gotta pick some of these. Man, the mosquitoes, they're still bad, guys. That is one reason my garden looks this way. It's just been awful. So, this is a cherry tomato. Looks like a tree. I still have a couple of patty pans that are actually on the ground. Otherwise, my zucchini plant just totally all gone by itself practically. Those squash bugs take care of it. I was so excited for a patty pan squash, and they're good when they're little. I didn't like it once they get big. I'm not really a big fan of them. My chickens will eat them though, the inside. So this is, sweet cherry tomato, and it's quite large and quite bushy. That's all one plant right there, guys. Well, that's kind of pretty. There's my dog over there. These white tomatillos, they've been on the plant way too long. They are rotting. I feel so guilty that I haven't been able to do much with all that. Amish paste. They got so big. They pulled down my trellises. Well, the storm didn't help and then loosen everything up. These are the 2 blueberry cherries, which I won't grow them again. I was not a fan of the flavor. They're just kind of they're tomato, but they don't taste sweet or exceptionally good or anything. Some spider webs in here that I'm walking through. That's always fun. Lots of them. This is the gourd and sweet pumpkin, or sugar pumpkin. And I ended up accidentally planting a Big Mac's pumpkin plant. So we do have one hanging there. That one fell off yesterday, but it didn't break. So I got 5, 6, 7 bigger pumpkins. Man, I can't see it. It's a pretty good size. And then all these little gourds. There's all these pepper plants. And you can see they're loaded. I have to come out here and pick everything. We had a really heavy fog last night, so we probably got really heavy dew. So I feel like I got a bug in my shirt. Oh, that's a really pretty looking color. It's a little different. Yeah. The other view of that cherry tomato. It's got to be at least 6.5, 7 feet tall. They're little pumpkins. More pumpkins. And a tiny little watermelon. Oh, wow, look at this thing. That's quite the caterpillar. Cool. More pumpkins, sugar dumplings. This was not a good year for squash or cucumbers, if I must say so myself. So I got a couple of them to pull off and we'll eat them. That'll be good enough. Cucumbers, there's nothing. I mean, there's some really huge ones, but they're not really still producing. They died off pretty quick this year. The bugs have they're still kind of green, I guess, but they're not producing. My herb patch is too full. So I'm learning that. I gotta get some of this basil cut. It's taking over my rosemary. I'm hoping my rosemary, lavender, and peppermint will come back next year, which I think they should. My flowers. Everything's a mess. Once we got that storm, it washed away. Excuse me. Oh, my mulch. I wasn't able to keep up. And the bugs. Yeah, complain. But hey, that's gardening, right? I just haven't had time to do anything. So my morning glories are a little excessive. They're taking everything over. Oh, I got one flower that looks like it wants to flower. Probably was open this morning. This is my strawberry patch, which it's still producing. There's some ever-bearing ones and June-bearing ones, but I picked like 25 the other day. And they're still, that one probably could have went a little bit longer. They're still doing pretty good though. But that patch spread pretty good for 6 plants. I'd say it's like probably a 6x5 area, but it's surpassed that. And yeah, here's the morning glories. I have a wind chime in there. Oh, there we go. There's a pretty flower. A couple of them. So I probably won't be able to get rid of these anymore, but I don't think I'm gonna plant them over here anymore. They're not the best plant to be growing up my arbor. So you can see, let's see here. Yeah, you can see how much it took over, and I would like to get this stained before winter, so I might have to just pull that all down. Oh, the hickory nuts are falling. So there it is. There's a quick update. My back bed, the potatoes are still in there. The onions are out, garlic's out, obviously, and then I have to dig out some potatoes. So I haven't gotten to that yet, but we'll get there. So there it is, guys. Week, I don't even know, 17-ish, maybe 18. But things are definitely winding down, and I'm a little bit ashamed of my garden because of how bad it got. But it was really hard to do anything out here. So I think I'm gonna do some more permanent. You know, I got some blueberries I'd like to get in yet. I think I'm gonna put my garlic and onions out here next year. I'm gonna try to do everything in one garden. And I'm going to scale back a lot on the tomatoes and the peppers. It was my first year growing from seed, so I did get a little crazy. But I think I learned my lesson on that one. You know, every year you learn something else. And so I learned how to grow from seed, but I also learned you still have to limit that. So we will see you guys, hopefully, as I'm cleaning everything up, or if I have like one more big harvest video. I'll try to show you guys that. My problem is I always forget to set up the camera and record all this stuff. But there it is. So we will see you guys later. Thanks for following along so far this season.